Midnight Entertainment 2. The one and only Abraham Jackson.
Oh, whoa, wow, that's me. That's me. Hi, how are you?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm here with thank you all for inviting me to be on this lovely program.
This will be a lovely program.
We've wanted you on for a while because this is like our entertainment podcast where we talk about music, movies,
cool. Yeah.
and there's been some blockbuster. Would you say there's been some blockbusters come out this summer?
Yeah, summer just happened.
Yeah, we just
Well, I
had
mean,
the
it's in
biggest movie
August.
of all time premiere in May.
Sadly.
That's what I'm-
sadly.
okay.
Sadly.
Well, fuck, that's what I'm saying.
But what we really wanted, this was like the main thing we wanted to talk about was, for a lot of people's most hyped movie of the year, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
You said that it was the worst Tarantino movie?
Okay,
my Lord.
so what I want to stress by me saying it's the worst Tarantino movie is still a pretty damn good movie. It's pretty good. It's just I had some issues with I found it to be sort of kind of aimless. Like, I know it's his love letter to Hollywood once gone by or whatever. I just don't understand, like, so Tarantino's recent stuff, like when you look at Inglourious Bastard and Django Unchained and stuff, they're revenge pictures, and including like Kill Bill and stuff. That's his whole. He loves those kind of things, and so when the picture was being talked about, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna have Charles Manson in it, and Margot Robbie's gonna play Sharon Tate, and it's gonna be." I was like, "Oh, cool." I was like, "This is gonna be either handled really well, or it's gonna make a lot of people angry on the internet." And right now, it seems to be right down the middle. But it was. I found it to be sort of. I feel like Margot Robbie didn't have a lot to do because like it framed Sharon Tate as a beacon of innocence. Like there's literally a shot of her standing next to a painting of what I thought was the Virgin Mary or something behind her, and like I was like, okay, I see what you're doing here, and I knew that. Are we spoilers? Are we talking about this?
Oh yeah, the movie's been out for a month.
3 weeks, yeah, a month. And he wanted to do this revisionist history of like, what if Sharon Tate didn't die that night and stuff. And the movie ends, and where it ends, I feel like a movie should be getting to the middle part of. Like I thought, like, oh, that's a really cool idea to see like of a tragic figure get the ending that she deserves and stuff like that, and to end like right when it began is a choice that some people responded well to. But I thought it would be much more interesting if Rick Dalton and I can't remember Brad Pitt's character's name, which is
Booth.
What?
Cliff Booth.
Cliff Booth, which is a shame because Brad Pitt gives the best performance he's ever given in his entire fucking life in this movie.
Yeah, probably.
He's amazing in it.
Do you think he wins?
Best supporting actor?
Yeah.
He'll be nominated for sure. I don't know.
I think. Well, they'll both be nominated.
I think I think the Oscars are going to eat this movie up. It's about Hollywood.
I don't think it'll win a screenplay award or nominated, but QT will get nominated for best director and best picture.
It'll get picture. Yeah. Yeah. I just like it. I feel like Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt have roles in this movie that they're both excellent in, and I just feel like a more interesting total movie would be if you took those two characters out and you had half the movie focusing on the Manson sisters and the other half focusing on Sharon Tate, and it comes to a head on the event of the Manson sisters killing Sharon Tate and her friends, and she kills them instead or fights back or something, and then the movie continues with like, oh, this is what would have happened if Sharon Tate would have gotten this life to live, but due to the history of the time and how people were manipulated and, there's an interesting thing to say with that. I also don't know if Tarantino would have been the best person to handle that, but
Definitely not.
Definitely not. But I liked so many parts of it, and I left it like when the movie ends, when any movie ends, your first initial gut reaction, especially to a Quentin Tarantino movie, shouldn't be.
See, that's how I was for Hateful Eight. I saw Hateful Eight, Ronnie's, the Road Show, 70 millimeter. I mean, I literally saw it 3 times in theater, and I was like, that's it. Like, this was not.
I really liked the Hateful
Wasn't
Eight.
I don't think it was
worst Tarantino movie.
Yeah,
or
I think
Death,
it's the
or
worst.
Death Proof.
I love Death Proof. I am a Death Proof defender.
I was gonna say Death Proof's probably his worst. I just think that just the toe sucking scene of Salma Hayek.
Well, that's not. He didn't direct it. He wrote that.
I know, but what I'm saying is like, it's not really a movie that's trying to do a lot.
From Dusk Till Dawn. Robert Rodriguez.
That's
yeah.
what movie I'm
I
thinking.
I was
think-
like, what?
I'll be
Not
I,
Death
like.
Proof.
I think Tarantino wrote that so he could get Salma Hayek's feet in his mouth.
That
Definitely.
was another problem with this movie. Like, Quentin Tarantino's foot fetish is what?
But he's obsessed with like both sexes of feet. Like Brad Pitt's feet with those like moccasin like boots. We saw those like 8 times.
Yeah.
agree.
Well,
they
I
just
just think in
weren't
general it
there.
was super, like every time there was a shot of feet, I was like, you didn't frame this because you thought it looked good. You framed this because you wanted to see Margot Robbie, oh God, what's her name?
I'm not. I know who you're talking about. The young girl.
The young girl. She's a. Oh, it's gonna drive me insane. It's not-
Pussycat.
Huh?
Her name
Oh,
was
Pussy.
Pussycat in the movie.
Oh, and it was.
You talking about the lady with armpit hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Jake's girlfriend.
It was. Oh, what's
Oh.
her name? She's like Margaret Qualley.
Yeah.
Qualley.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Roll Tide.
Margaret Qualley. It just felt kind of icky when like it was like.
Well, she has gross feet.
Well, she was a hippie. She like.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it makes sense. Like she's not gonna have clean feet if she's
Yeah.
walking around LA.
This is a foot fetish podcast. No. It was just interesting that it was just kind of distracting. Like I was just kind of like, okay, like, bruh, Tarantino, look, we get it. You like feet. You don't need to frame an entire damn elongated shot.
Yeah, like
Of
the.
feet.
The movie theater thing.
The movie theater.
Yeah, the movie
thing.
theater.
Yeah.
The first like full shot of, well, it's not full shot, but Sharon Tate, she is asleep in bed. What does it start with?
Her feet.
We just pan, you know.
Or the scene with Cliff Booth in the car. It's literally
She sticks her feet up
Yeah.
on the.
Mark-
the
Yeah.
dash.
Well,
Just you literally.
I think at this point he doesn't think that he should do that. Like it's not like I think this looks good. I think that he's just trying to keep up his signature style. So he's doing like, yeah, I need to.
You
Put
think he's
feet in the
trolling
movie.
people when he does that?
Oh,
Probably.
yeah.
You ever seen the opening shot of Death Proof? It's literally a full-on
It's
shot
the
of feet
feet, and it's
on
like the
on the
thing.
dashboard.
Death Proof is
Yeah,
so good.
it's.
It's such a good movie.
I love the intro to Death Proof is like maybe his best intro. It's
It's
so
really
tough.
good.
'cause, I
It's
mean,
really solid.
I do like Death Proof a lot. It's just I think it's probably his like worst.
Jackie Brown's the only one I'm not super familiar with. I'm gonna have to rewatch.
Well,
I've
that.
only watched it once, but it's some people's like favorite.
well,
Jackie.
it's not a Tarantino film, really. I mean, it's really
No.
not. It doesn't have his like. Well, we talked about it on the first Midnight Entertainment. Like the new Tarantino, like Kill Bill, like post Kill Bill,
I
is
love
not
Kill Bill.
like Pulp Fiction, not like Reservoir Dogs,
No,
not like
it's
Jackie
not.
Brown.
So
really
which
not.
one would you say is the best old Tarantino picture?
Fuck, I mean, I don't know.
I think
Like
it's
before Kill Bill,
Yeah, I think it's
between Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, and Jackie Brown.
it's got to be Pulp Fiction. Like
Pulp
I
Fiction.
prefer Reservoir Dogs. I think.
I think just in terms of filmmaking, it's got to be Pulp Fiction. And,
I mean, Pulp
and
Fiction's a
Impact.
classic. They're all good. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and argue that Pulp Fiction is a bad movie. I love Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Were you watching Kill Bill at like 4?
Well,
Me?
my dad had it on the TV, so I was just sitting outside of his room watching Kill Bill, like
love
when,
Kill
right as soon as it came out on DVD or VHS, whatever the hell it was.
Did you see like the 99 heads?
Yeah, I
chopped
watched
off
like the
and
whole
shit?
movie basically.
It's like I watched it. I think my sister had it on. I watched it, and it's the first ever Tarantino thing I think I saw was when Lucy Liu gets the top of her head cut
Yep.
off. Fucking awesome. By the way, Lucy Liu, can we give her more movies? She's
I
awesome.
know.